Hello everybody, Chessbait here. Welcome to the Chessbait Drivecast, your one-stop shop for not-so-controversial topics and not-so-controversial opinions. That's not how the intro goes. Subverting expectations, Alright, enough Schaefer's channel jokes. We're going to be talking about Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and also Star Wars, I guess Star Wars as a whole. You guys already know how I feel a bit about the franchise, considering that a friend and I already talked for an hour about Star Wars Rise of Crapwalker. Shitwalker. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I swear, right? As long as it's not too many times throughout the video. I'm gonna try not to swear in the first place, so, that's just how it is. Anyways, what is it? It's Clone Wars and Rebel. Oh my gosh, so many boxes around here. You know what, next time on the Chessbait Drivecast, I'm going to talk about why littering and trash is just a problem that exists in our country and in the world, but that's not the topic for today. The topic for today is Star Wars. Speaking of trash, but no. So, I'm going to talk about Rebels specifically, because I'm on season 3 of both shows. I mean, there's only 4 seasons of Rebels, and there's, 7 seasons of Clone Wars, so one's a little bit one's a little bit quicker to watch than the other. One is definitely not easier to watch than the other. And the reason I'm equally far into the two shows is because I'll be real with you. How do I explain this? Star Wars: The Clone Wars is like that really high fiber granola bar, which is not so easy to digest, but it's good for you. And Clone Wars, sure, it had its rough beginnings, like most TV shows do. I mean, heck, people really hated the movie. I still hate the movie too. And the first season-ish was still a little bit poor, but besides that, the majority of the TV show is really spectacular at what it does. It's a little confusing. I'm in season 3, like I said. Some of the stuff that they go over is a little confusing, and the concepts are just a little too out there. But then again, George Lucas has always had a bit too out there ideas. We're not here to talk about Clone Wars. That's a whole separate topic for a whole separate day. The thing I wanted to bring up was Rebels, because I'm already through. Yeah, I'm already through most of season 3, and I went, I think, 1 or 2 episodes into season 4, and people give it so much crap, like an ungodly amount of crap. Like, dear God, why do you give this show so much criticism? Okay, let me rephrase that. Not Clone Wars. Rebels, it has a really bad reputation just because, the characters aren't that good. The story is so lazy and derivative and all that. And sure, some of the story is a little derivative, but you gotta realize, Star Wars fans complain about everything. They will complain about the smallest little detail that happens in the smallest of stories. We get it. You want every episode of every TV show to be like Empire Strikes Back, but guess what? Not everything can be as good as that. Sure, you'll have your Breaking Bads. Sure, you'll have your Avatars, but you're not gonna have TV shows that can. Sure, you'll have your BoJack Horseman, but you can't pump out episode after episode like that every time. You can't just spin magic out of nowhere. It's just too idealistic. And what is it? I don't know. I actually kind of like Rebels. Not some of it is a little biased, considering that I watched it while I was growing up. That was my era, Star Wars, and sure, it has a lot of problems. Ezra in the first few seasons was just... Ezra through the entire show just kind of reminds me of Ahsoka. Really annoying Brad in the beginning, who whines way too much, and develops to be a good character. Alright, what do you know? They did that twice. Haha. And then Kanan, I think he's a good character, they just never use him enough. They always have him as, he's, the master to Ezra, but he never completed his Jedi training, so technically his training is incomplete, and he wants to train Ezra without messing anything up all too much, without, teaching him anything incorrectly. They have, spoilers from here on out, this is the actual important part. Good, everybody's gone. The parts with Darth Maul, I actually think that might actually be the best part of the show. Unfortunately, okay, no, I take it back. The parts with Ahsoka were pretty good. The fact that Ahsoka finally gets to meet Darth Vader is kind of a really, I don't know, like it just encapsulates the end of her journey, because she starts with Anakin in the beginning of Clone Wars, and as she grows up and sees the Empire fall apart, she somehow survives and becomes part of the Rebel Alliance. And then, she eventually finds out, oh, my little, not Annie, little Annie over there is, he kind of turns to the dark side, and, oh god, this amount of force I haven't felt ever since the Clone Wars, and wow, like, I can't believe this person who I would never see going to the dark side, my master, oh my gosh, they went to the dark side. It's kind of, I don't know. It was such a cool episode, such a nice revelation. The only problem I have with it, the Inquisitors were so boring. Like, my god. What's her name? I feel so bad for not remembering any of the characters, just because I'm a little tired right now, and it's still relatively early, but what is it? Just the fact that wow, I'm forgetting Dooku's apprentice's name. Ventress. There we go. Ventress is having an actual story arc. She gets betrayed, and she is getting she is not redeeming herself, but trying to get her revenge against Dooku, which is really cool. The Inquisitors are kind of like that without any of the story. They don't have really anyone specific that they serve. They just exist to destroy the Jedi, and that's about it. Sure, that one Inquisitor, that first one that we meet, has a whole story about, the light and the dark, and he wants to be redeemed, and blah, blah, blah. He has one episode to redeem himself, and that's it. There's no story arc. It's just, I go into the temple, I see Force, I am dead now, I guess I'm good guy now. The reason that doesn't work against Darth Maul, which does work. Darth Maul works because his entire life was filled with anger, and that's what brought him to the dark. The whole reason why Darth Maul, in season 3 of Rebels, actually works. The whole lightsaber fight is kind of dumb, but we're just gonna kind of brush that. The whole reason that Darth Maul works is because his life was fueled by anger. I'm pretty sure his entire family or I don't know, something with the Sith happened where the Sith killed his family or something like that. Someone's gonna have to correct me in the comments. And because of that, he's fueled by anger, and that anger led him to the dark side, and he wants to eventually use that anger. Well, after he failed and was supposedly, I think he was supposed to be killed actually. I don't remember if he was killed. No, I'm pretty sure his brother was killed by Palpatine. Good old Palpy over there, and he has this feeling for revenge. And because of that, he trains his dark side of the Force, and unfortunately, that darkness consumes him. And he has this whole story arc in he has this whole story arc in Rebels that actually fits with his character and actually doesn't redeem him, but it gives him closure. He figures out, there's a boy in Tatooine that's gonna bring balance to the Force. Oh, wait a minute, that's Luke. Like, that ties back to movie 4, New Hope. And then we figure out that, once he's, not Luke, but once Maul is killed, he's thinking, I've been living under anger for so long, I'm so tired, and now that I'm finally dying, I want someone to avenge me, someone who's willing to take this anger and be able to bring myself closure. And Maul understands that, sure, all of his anger will be unfulfilled, but his mission to avenge all the people that he knows that was killed, he will be avenged. And honestly, that's actually decent storytelling. Inquisitors? Nothing. We go helicopter whooshy whoosh. They've been going way too crazy with the lightsabers recently. They had the freaking cross one. I actually really liked the blaster one that Ezra had. It was really cheesy, but I actually think it was a bit of a good idea. Because it gave him basically gave him 2 different weapons to work with. What else is there? The double lightsaber was kind of a dumb idea in the first place, but it works, so let's just brush that off. The whooshy whoosh helicopter lightsaber was a dumb idea from the start. It never should have existed, and never should ever exist again. What else is there? The cross, the cross one from movie 6, or sorry, movie 7. Yeah, 7. Um, that has a whole different meaning behind it. The fact that, oh, the kyber crystal got so angry that it turned into it exploded, and instead of shooting one red beam, it shoots actually one red beam and two smaller beams. It's like it's a weird design, but I actually think it canonically makes sense, so I'm willing to let that slide. Anyways, I've talked about Darth Maul for way too long. This has been my Rebels. This has been my Rebels review. There's a bunch of other guys. The Hera is the daughter of one of the side characters from Clone Wars, which is a thing that I liked. Um, Gosh, it's just so hard to think about what the characters are doing half the time. I can't really think about anything for the not Wookiee. We're just gonna brush over that. The Chopper, the droid, he has really good personality, but just the same joke that, oh, he's an old model. Oh, we've never seen him before. Maybe we should write him down then. Maybe that's the reason why you guys keep losing. It's because you keep losing to an older model that they reprogrammed. Have you ever thought about, hey, we should put this in our database? I don't know. Like, the entire Empire is just so incompetent. It's actually funny. And Rebels shows how incompetent they actually are. They just get so lucky with so many of the things they do. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna head out. But Chessbait is gonna come back in. So just a few remarks that I wanted to say that I didn't get the chance to say before. Hondo is absolutely murdered in Rebels, and I don't mean like he's actually killed, because I actually don't remember if he dies or not. That's probably my fault. I mean, the dude never dies. Even when he does die, he still manages to live. But in Clone Wars, he's this menacing pirate who has, a gang of guys. He has good connections, and he's well versed enough to be able to be a decent threat to even the Jedi. In Rebels, he's kind of a loser who just wants treasure because, haha, pirates funny. It's as scary as that Disney Junior show that I can't think of off the top of my head. The one with Jake the Pirate, yeah, that one. Yeah, yo ho with the balloons. That's how threatening Hondo is in in the new version. Is Hondo even his name? I can't even remember. Hanzo? No, Hanzo is someone else. That's probably Overwatch. Um, I don't know. Like I said before, I really like how they bring back some of the side characters. I am still getting through season 4 of Rebels and season 4 of Clone Wars. Clone Wars I'll go over eventually. I didn't really go over that much right now because I wanted to save that for a separate video. I'm pretty sure, what was it, there's 7 seasons of Clone Wars, and after I finish season 4, I'm going to talk about Clone Wars up to there. And then after the other 3 seasons, or maybe another additional season after that, I'll review the rest of Clone Wars. It's a long series. Give it some time. There's a lot of stories that start to overarch with each other. Anyways, now I'm officially saying goodbye. I hope you guys all enjoy this. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe,